right, everybody. So what we're going to look at today is something that applies to this particular can, because we have the word explain in there, but it's actually going to be something that is like a theme throughout the entire year. And hopefully it's been something you've been introduced to in previous science classes, but it's understanding how to write a good explanation and why there's value in doing so. So today we're going to be learning about something known as the acronym of CER, which stands for Claim, Evidence, and Reasoning. So every answer in this class that we write that needs you to explain, from here on out should always contain all three pieces. That's what makes it a good explanation, okay? So let's go through each piece to understand what it looks like, and then we'll do some practice with it, okay? So a claim is just your statement of the student's understanding about a phenomenon or the results of an investigation. Okay, so last time you made some claims about the gold foil, right, based off some of the evidence you got. Okay, or you all made a claim about the shape of your wood block, right? You made a claim like, we think ours is a diamond, we think it's a circle, or whatever. Okay, just kind of depending on what you're investigating, your claim is just answering the question. Okay, claim should be simple sentence, make it very clear what you're claiming. And you always should start with it. Don't make a person search for what you're claiming. Right? It should be very clear what the claim is up front. After your claim, we always want to support it with evidence. So evidence is data used to support the claim. Now, the data can be done in a variety of ways. Number one, it should be enough data. Right? In the world of science, doing technically an experiment once isn't often sufficient to really make a strong claim about something. Okay? It can sometimes be number data that you track. Sometimes it's observation data. Right? Like last time with our marbles, you were observing what happened, and that was your data to use. Okay? Oh, I think I skipped something real quick. Hold on here. I'm ahead of myself. Oh, in that example, let's go back to that example box. Did you guys get these two examples? No. So in that example box under claim, write those. Right, so these are just claims that smoking cigarettes causes cancer is a claim. Tadpoles turn into frogs is a claim. Right, once again, just a sentence, statement, depending on what you're investigating. Okay? For this third bullet point, I want you to come up with your own claim. It can be something you've discovered and learned in past sciences, something in your own life. Okay, but write me a claim of your choosing. You can use those as examples. Okay, so it could be like a medical claim you've heard. We're going to pick on 5 random people to give us their claims. Here's my cards. It could even be, if this makes it easier, it could even be just something that you believe, right? Like, I believe, like I'm claiming that Liverpool is the best football club. That's a claim. Right? When they're not saying it's true or false, a claim is just what you're claiming. No, it can be anything. Yep, that's a claim. Okay, everybody ready for me to draw cards? Okay, look at the element on your desk. Look at the element on your desk. Tin. Oh, they're not here. What the odds? Okay, try again. Yeah. What are the odds?
Oh, you just like didn't put a knife in the
Yeah.
What's the odds?
Okay, tellurium. Jane, what's your claim?
I said plants do photosynthesis.
Plants do photosynthesis. Have a smiley face. That's a great claim. All right, let's do americium. I think that's my back. Where's my americium? Is that my back middle table? Okay, everyone, zip your lips.
So we just say something that we believe?
Just like a claim. What's a claim you could make about anything?
I believe leprechauns are real.
So his claim is leprechauns are real. Is it a claim?
Yeah.
Yes, right? Like it's just what he is claiming to be true. Okay? All right, Brian, have a smiley face for that. All right, let's go 2 more. Xenon. Are they gone too? Someone had that too. Who's Xe? They're gone too?
What the heck? What are those?
Hydrogen.
Oh,
Oh, that's you, Kenzie.
Wait, what?
You're hydrogen.
Oh, hydrogen?
Tell us your claim.
I'm actually wrong about this because I kind of forgot, but I said humans have 46 chromosomes.
But nonetheless, the objective was to write a claim. Is it a claim?
Yes.
Right? Keep in mind, claims don't have to be true. It's just what you're claiming. Now, when you have a claim and you're wanting to believe that claim, right? The thing is, we live in a world where people make claims all the time, right? Like TikTok, Instagram, all these things, people are just making claims. And the sad thing is we live in a world where a lot of times you'll hear a claim and then people just believe it, right? But once again, a claim is anything you want it to be. So if you have a claim that you believe in and you want to convince other people of it, that's the idea of supporting it with evidence and reasoning. Okay, so once again, evidence is data. So in your next box below, so with your claim that you wrote, what kind of evidence would be needed to support your claim? So let's use Brian's as an example. So Brian, what kind of evidence would need to be gathered to support your claim that leprechauns are real?
Nathan has orange hair.
Oh wait, he's a leprechaun. So maybe it would be like if there could be some direct observation, that would be data, right? So direct observation of something. Okay, for my claim that Liverpool is the best football club, it could be my data is look how many trophies they have. Right? Like that could be part of my data. So write down for you, what kind of data would you need to gather or find to support your claim? Write that down, everybody. Write down what evidence would be needed. Not saying that evidence exists, right? But like if you were trying to support your claim, what evidence would you need?
¿Qué? ¿Me escuchaste? No, no, mal. Le dije algo. No, no es ti. Eso le dije algo muy fuera de lugar. Eso no tuve que haber dicho.
Ordinario.
Y si me escuchaste, me voy a ir funado. ¿Venís de Ecuador? ¿Venís de Ecuador? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres?
Alright, eyes back up front here. So the last part to an explanation, you should have claim, you should have evidence, and then reasoning. The reasoning is what brings it together. It's what kind of makes the data make sense. Because sometimes if you just spew data, it doesn't often make, sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't make sense how that's supporting your claim, right? So for example, with what we did last time with the marbles, right, the data you gathered was those lines that you drew as you traced the path. But if you simply just like said, oh, we think it's circle because it did this, it can sometimes be confusing, like, why does that prove it's a circle, right? So the reasoning kind of brings it together. Some great word starters that can help you with your reasoning is therefore, right? Therefore is a great way, like, so you've given your claim, you've listed your evidence, and then you say, therefore, bring it full circle, okay? Or another great sentence starter is the evidence suggests that. So it's kind of, once again, it just brings it full circle, it helps it make sense, rather than kind of feeling disconnected. So we're going to do an example together here, and then you'll be trying, and then we'll try some more on your homework assignment. If you could pick out 3 colored highlighters of your choosing, doesn't matter which 3, pick 3 colored highlighters.
Poner lo que tú quieras. Copia. Porque acá tenés que poner lo que tú quieras. Acá, copia. Sí, mira, tenés que, mira,
What's that?
¿qué pusiste?
Yeah, just right. soon as it goes in the binder, quicker than it stays.
Ah, ya, tú tienes que poner como algo que, ¿cómo se dice, hermano? Algo que muestre lo que tú pusiste, como una evidencia de lo que... De por qué la... Bueno, exacto. Mi mejor amigo en Singapur era de Ecuador también, pero era negro como este bueno.
Mi mejor amiga que es de Ecuador es más blanca que yo como
De hecho, no, el Igna era más negro que tú, bueno.
Okay, once again, doesn't matter what colors you
Yo en
pick.
Chile, ¿verdad que sí? Ecuatorianos son negros.
What we're gonna do, so I'll do this one with you,
Venezuela.
and then you're gonna try one on your own. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is with your 3 colors, just pick, alright, for me, my claim's gonna be blue, my evidence is gonna be orange, and my reasoning is gonna be green. So just color in those boxes to color code what your colors mean. And then we're gonna highlight, you can underline too if you don't wanna have that much ink. Okay, but the different sections of this answer. So let's read it, I'm gonna read it together, and then we'll go back and highlight. Okay, so this is based on the gold foil experiment that we learned about last time. The claim is, the nucleus is positively charged, right? Actually, I guess I'm gonna underline as we go. That's the claim. It's from the gold foil, the nucleus is positively charged. In the gold foil experiment, some alpha particles were deflected by small angles, while occasionally an alpha particle traveled back from the foil. That's our evidence. Okay, so underline your evidence. Okay, this is what they saw happen, right? The data they gathered. Then, the evidence suggests that since alpha particles are positively charged and light charges repel each other, the nucleus must be positive. So that's our reason. What I want everyone to notice before we write our own here, everyone eyes up front real quick. The one students often forget is the last one with reasoning. Because I get, sometimes it can feel repetitive, but I want you to notice how it changes this argument without it. Right? If you just had the nucleus is positively charged, in the gold foil experiment, some alpha particles are deflected by small angles, while occasionally an alpha particle travels back from the foil. If it stopped there, do you see how it lacks like a full connection of why that claim is valid? Obviously you could think through it yourself, but if you're trying to convince somebody else, right, then you want to show that full picture. Okay? All right, any questions before I have you try to write your own? All right, in that box below, you are gonna write me a claim, evidence, reasoning statement about the best teacher you have ever had in your whole education career. Okay, so make sure you have claim, evidence, and reasoning. Don't do any colors because we're gonna trade papers and someone else will do the colors. So you're just writing the paragraph.
Wait, so what are we writing about? Our favorite teacher or like?
Me burlé hace tiempo.
Wait.
¿Qué?
Okay.
Del decía acá de no tenía yo no.
That's who I'm saying. That's who I'm saying. That's who she's right.
I probably like Brandon.
Ah, son uno del uno para el otro. ¿Sí o no?
He's a good one. You agree?
Mano, tengo en Instagram. La vez, hablamos de mujeres. Este me le gustaba mi profe de business, ¿te acuerdas que te gustó el día? Este siempre me decía que le gustaba. Ah, sí. Sí, pues tiene como 30, bueno.
All right, give me a claim supported with evidence.
El mejor profe que he tenido.
Evidence would be that your experiences with that teacher, and then give me that therefore, the evidence suggests that.
Sí, concha, no puede ser.
And then we'll trade papers when I say so, and someone else will highlight to make sure you have all 3. one thing it's important to with evidence is often sometimes don't give too much if it's just gonna make it long, right? Just stick to the key points. Science isn't about writing more, it's just writing enough to prove your
Lo
point.
voy a matar después. Qué bacán. Qué rico.
So you're just gonna write, so you wrote, so this is gonna be about a good teacher that you had. Do you remember a good teacher that you had? Somebody you really liked? Who's that? Do you remember their name? No. That's okay. Do you remember what they were for? Or like when you had them? What, do you remember what, like when you had them as a teacher? Was it like in high school? Was it like younger?
Nunca me olvidaré de mi otra
Okay, cool. And then you're just gonna say, why do you think they were a good teacher? So this is things about them, okay?
¿Cómo es? Pero más corto.
Alright, we're gonna give you 2 minutes to wrap up this before we trade with somebody else.
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
I've
¿Qué
never
pasó?
ever read
¿Qué cosa?
I've never been able to spell successfully. My mom
Ahora qué cuea. Ya.
Do you want to write it in Spanish? Yeah, go ahead. Yep, go ahead. And I've been meaning to ask you, and any of you, do any of you want notes translated in Spanish? Because I can do that if you want it.
No.
You want to keep it?
Yeah, mom. Good.
Do you want yours translated over? Well, so you can write it in Spanish. That's fine with me. But like I'm saying, I can give you a packet that's in Spanish if you want. Do you want it in English though? Okay. If you ever want to use like Microsoft Translate too, let me know, guys, and I'm happy. Like we can fully do that. But I know there's like value in like pushing yourself too. Don't hesitate if you feel like you need more support. Let me know, okay?
Third grade, you're like 9, 8, 9.
Qué bacán que te gusta. Siendo hombre.
My mom kind of thinks I'm so sad.
Perdona, Mariana.
Fifth grade, I think you're 7 to 8.
You have to fill the box.
9.
Sí, está.
No, 12 or no. Fifth grade is
Anda a ver si me quedaba en la pantalla. No, mira. Pero párate.
10, 11,
Pero la pantalla no se
Pero de que escucha, pues.
Y ahí cree que no estoy español. ¿Quién va a tener nuestro español?